New questions surrounding the circumstances of Bob Saget's death after an autopsy revealed the actor and comedian died of blunt head trauma. The medical examiner who performed the procedure says Saget likely fell when no one was looking and hit the back of his head. The report also found the 65-year-old had abrasions to the back of the head, an enlarged heart with 95% blockage on one side, and Klonopin, generally taken for seizures and anxiety, and the antidepressant trazodone in his system. He also had tested positive for COVID-19. That was back in December.
Forensic pathologist Dr. Priya Banerjee joins us now. Doctor, the autopsy also showed fractures around his eye sockets, fractures common in other places on the skull when trauma to the head happens. I mentioned, when you look at this, does this look to you like a major fall took place?
Yes. First of all, condolences to his family. Thank you for having me. I can't imagine the impact that this has had on them, knowing the details are out there. This is a significant fall. It takes a lot of force, as they said, blunt force trauma to the head to have this kind of skull fracture. It started in the back and the force went towards the front of the skull that caused the fractures over the eye sockets.
So then, does it surprise you that he didn't seek medical treatment that we know of, and just from all of the circumstances we've now been made aware of, he just fell asleep? I mean, we're typically told that when somebody has a head injury, that the first thing you shouldn't do is rest or go to sleep, right? What does that tell you about what transpired after this accident?
Yeah, I mean, that's really hard to say, but yes, this is a significant head injury. I don't know if he was just too tired or too groggy to go. Some people just don't realize how significant it is. And I don't think, that's a fault of his. I think sometimes, it's a combination of factors. I think it was, he had worked the night before, so probably some fatigue there. He's getting ready for bed. And it appears that he was locked in his room. He was getting ready for the night. So, maybe he just thought that I'll sleep it off type thing. I don't think most people know how to interpret the severity of a fall. Yeah. So that probably plays into it.
Does his enlarged heart and the fact that it was 95% blocked on one side, how common is that? And could that have contributed?
So that's very common. That's what we see related to high blood pressure and coronary disease, heart disease that we talk about. That's the #1 killer in America. That, a lot of us have that ongoing. I don't know whether he expressed any chest pain per se. I think, I can't say what caused him to fall, if that, fall occurred, or that's what's probably most likely. And we see that a lot, this kind of pattern injury to the head related to falls. But I think he died with it, not because of it.
So I guess, what is your message, given the limited information that we do know? What is your message to viewers out there who do experience some kind of head injury and try to write it off and don't think much of it? Perhaps it's not as painful as clearly this evidence shows how severe this fall was. What should people be doing?
100%. What we can learn from this tragedy is seek medical attention, no matter how simple or minor you may think a fall or a hit on the head, a bonk on the head is, in anybody, especially older adults, it's so significant. It can be a matter of life or death. And to seek urgent medical care. I don't want it delayed till the next morning or, I'll call my doctor. It is really considered a medical emergency to get cleared at a hospital after imaging is done. Usually is ordered by the doctor who evaluates the person. And so that is the take-home message in this case. I mean, we loved Bob Saget. I grew up with him, and it's such a tragedy. So hopefully we can learn from this.